Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in the series from Small Victories by Johanna Basford. We are using Polychromos pencils and we have this really impressive looking flower to colour today. Now it's quite a big flower to do in just one colour. So I had this little idea just as I was zooming in right now of the fly, as you do. That we might do it in a combination of colours. I think it could look quite pretty if I think about it. I think maybe we'll start with the centre. I am going to do the centre in a yellow and then we'll think about these petals. So I'm going to use the dark cadmium yellow to start with. I think I'm going to make it just darker around the whole edge. Like that, slightly lighter coming just in, and then taking a slightly lighter yellow, the cadmium yellow, for the rest of it. I hope everyone's well today. My stomach just gurgled. I hope you didn't. My microphone's now closer to my belly. So it's a huge chance you could have heard that. Oh dear. Right, I just grabbed a colour. It's not quite what I want. Right, I think that and yeah, right, I've just worked out what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the light cadmium red. Okay, I'm just going to give it a sharpen, and this is going to be the base of the petal. So here it is, light cadmium red. And all of the petals are going to have this at the base. Oops, squiffy, there we go. So I'm going to fade it up to about halfway, okay. And we're going to introduce two other colours into this little space. You can do it, or do it. Like that. Yeah, I had a little walk this morning. I had to drop a few things off the charity shop, and then I was just pootling home. I wanted to go to the florist and pick up, because my miniature rose, indoor roses died, the second one I've had. They just don't seem to grow. So I don't know if it's the conditions in our house or if they're just, I think they might be given either conditions or chemicals to make them stay in bud a long time, and I think they just don't open. So anyway, I was going to go into the florist and get something better. You know, I figured they might have something better. My husband's like, they just get them all from the same place. And I was like, yeah, but they have a different selection of plants. I thought maybe I could get some acanthus or something like that, which might prefer our kitchen. Who knows? So anyway, so the first set of flowers I got, I thought they might have died because I didn't water them enough. So this one I watered well, and I don't know. Anyway, so but the florist was shut. I think they only open on Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays. So that was a shame. So, and then I was heading home and I suddenly remembered I needed to get my prescription. And so I went back up the hill to the chemist. And my son, I didn't know if my son's was ready as well. I'd asked him to order it on the same day as mine so that I could pick them up together. And when they got mine, they couldn't find his. Well, they just got mine out. And I was asking about, which I organised when I got home. You can get a prepayment card for when you have hormone replacement therapy, which is what I'm having. And it costs £19.80, and because each prescription is £9.90 and you have 4 a year, then it's works out much cheaper if you can afford to pay in advance, which it really is quite cheap. If you think about it in terms of the prescription cost, you know, it's just almost just over the cost of 2 prescriptions. And she said if I bought that today, she'd give me my prescription for free, and then it would all be fine. The figures would tie up and it would be good. So I came home and did that straight away. It looks quite pretty, doesn't it? We're going to add a second colour and ruin it. This is the dark chrome yellow. Oh, there we go. Now I don't want this to go all the way to the tip. I have got a third colour, so we're gonna have to just go over a bit of this and take it up like that. So we still leave a little bit on the tip if you can. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. It work anyway. And then after that, I went off to the supermarket. My husband does a batch cook once a week or so. No, a bit less often than that. Anyway, and he needed the veg for his batch cook. He makes a sauce with spinach and tomatoes, lots of spices in, sumac and paprika and black pepper, and I'm not sure what else. He puts a lot of butter in it as well. So I got him the ingredients for that. I hope I got him the right ones. I sent him a photo. He can't check his phone at work, but he can check it as he comes home, so he can check and make sure that he doesn't need to go and buy something different. I hope I bought him the right stuff. He also does a sort of batch of roast, well no, I do a batch of roast veg, and he has those with it. So but he was going to need it today, but he didn't eat his lunch at work yesterday. He often doesn't, because he gets too busy and doesn't have time. He's very poor at prioritising, and because he's like chrome yellow on Elvance for his ADHD, it takes away his appetite. So you can put the yellow over the whole of this if you want. And you don't want to go right to the bottom though. I want to leave some of the red showings, but I'm going to go over the sort of orange and the sort of tip as well. Anyway, so he didn't eat. He ate his lunch for his evening meal, so he didn't need any. So he's still got a portion, I think, left for tonight. But I shall cook the roasted vegetables tonight, because what I do is we do swede and parsnips, carrots, sweet potato and butternut squash. We cook it all up in a huge tray in cubes, you know, and then we have some for our evening meal with our meal, and then he has the rest for his. He eats really small portions and I eat huge portions, and I'm smaller than he is. I think I'm a bit, I don't know if I'm more active. I don't sit for ages. He'll just sit and sit and sit and sit, whereas I fidget or get up, get a cup of tea, all that sort of thing. You know, he could sit for a whole day. There we go. Oh, I quite like that. The middle doesn't stand out. It looks like it's done with the same colour. It isn't, but it looks like it is. Oops, sorry, just moving pencils around and knocking my microphone. So we've got our leaves left. Now these leaves are drawn with a little outline. I think we'll take notice of that and we'll colour that in. I think I colour that in darker. I think I'll go for this colour. This is the chrome oxide green. Did we use that yesterday? Yeah. It doesn't matter, does it? And I'll really block this in quite dark as an outline. I think it'll stand out then, because our flower draws the eye, but I think we want to sort of see all of the picture really, not just the flower. So we'll do that quite dark. Yeah, so I got home and I had to sort out the medical thing, which I did. It was just ever so easy. And my son wants me to book him a driving test. Now, apparently the key to getting a driving test in the UK is you have to go onto the government website to book it. That's no worry. And I'm just swapping some pencil that have been put away in the wrong place. I don't know who did that. Permanent green olive. You have to get on there and put in the date from when you want your test, and it will search all available dates and let you know, and where you want it, and then it will look and see if there's any vacancies, which we did today, and there were none. So rumour has it, well, I'm sure it's right, that they update the tests at 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. So that's when you have to get on there. This is earth green yellowish to book. So of course he doesn't want to get up at 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. He says, "Oh mum, you're often awake before 6, you can do it." Thanks. But I might be, but on a Monday I tend not to be because no one goes out. So yeah. But anyway, what you do for your kids, eh? This is May green, so I'll give it a go, but I will check it regularly anyway to make sure it holds the information, because I had to put in like his license number, and if it doesn't hold that information, I'll need it written down somewhere. I want a bit more depth under here, so I'm going to use the dark sepia for that. Here it is, dark sepia. In under there, so that it looks like these petals are creating a bit of shadow underneath them, and this line sort of indicates that's what we want to achieve. You could do it around all these petals as well, but I think it's going to spoil it. I rather like it as it is, so I'm just going to leave it. You know, I might end up making it look a bit dark and dirty, which is not my intention. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. Oops, let's not knock it too wonky. Let's have a look. I am going to take, whoops, the permanent green olive again, and just try and darken this bit here a little bit. It's a little bit pale. I just want to take that darker colour down a bit further into our leaves. I'm just being a bit fussy, but why not? There we go. Yeah, that's better. I'm happy with that now. I think I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, thank you for watching. Oh, we've got fish tomorrow. Thank you for watching today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.